everyone, I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. Increased connectivity is a top priority for our city leaders. To encourage Angelenos to use public transport and cleaner mobility alternatives, community-supported projects are emerging. Let's take a look at the recently completed Venice Boulevard Safety and Mobility Project.
We are here today to unveil for the community and celebrate the Venice Boulevard project. This is an opportunity where we've worked with Metro to provide some increased connectivity by adding a bus-only lane, going through this arterial street in our city that connects downtown all the way through Mar Vista and Palms. We're going to have a protected bike lane that also makes it safer for our cyclists to get to and from. We've got improved pedestrian crossings, so we're making it safer and easier for pedestrians to get to and from. So really this project is about what happens when you have real community engagement to really meet the needs of all users.
So this community and the communities that this bus serves, 20,000 riders a day, and there's traffic through parts of Venice, and this will make it faster and easier for people who are on the bus to get where they need to go. We really need to shift the mentality about single occupancy vehicle in Los Angeles, make it easier and more efficient for people to get out of their cars, and that means making it easier and more attractive for people to take the bus, make it safer for people to ride their bikes, and so if we can make it safe for people to walk or ride the bike or take the bus, a lot of people are going to choose to do that.
This project came through a very strong partnership between us at Metro as well as the City of Los Angeles and their Department of Transportation. We've really been working on how we can improve transit, and we're not done with Venice Boulevard. What we'd like to do is to be able to actually expand this to other corridors where we have lots of riders and very frequent transit service.
There are a lot of pedestrians in our community. It's very walkable. It's one of the best things about Palms, honestly. The fact that you can walk down the street or bike down the street and see a neighbor or somebody else that you know and wave to them. And it's one of the few neighborhoods in LA, I think, that really have that strong sense of community identity. And building a city that allows for more of those types of interactions to happen safely is really going to mean a lot for Palms.
This is something that the community's been asking for years, and fortunately we were able to make it happen, and we're here to celebrate the opening today.
Learn how to make the most of LA's public transportation options by visiting metro.net. Did you know that an hour and a half of solar energy reaching the planet holds enough power to meet humanity's energy consumption in a year? The LA Department of Water and Power held a workshop to educate Angelenos on the benefits of going solar and the programs available for business and homeowners.
Solar programs. If you have any specific questions, I'm more than happy to address them.
Department of Water and Power has 2 solar rooftop programs, one for net metered solar and one for commercial solar. And today we're going to talk about both the programs, and we have all the providers who actually install the solar here also that can do estimates for people of their solar potential.
We're trying to educate property and business owners about solar programs that are offered through DWP to them and teach them how these programs can benefit their properties. This is a community that has been impacted by elevated greenhouse gas emissions. It has been degraded by so many different environmental factors. So it's very important to bring solar programs to areas like this because they're the ones that could benefit from it most.
As California has set bold climate goals, I think it's important that the programs reach our communities, especially disadvantaged communities. Pacoima and Sun Valley are part of a bigger project, Transformative Climate Communities, which brought this workshop here. The programs that are being presented today will save families money. If they are willing to put solar panels on their roof, they will pay less for electricity.
If you put solar on your roof, you can roll back your meter, reduce the cost of your energy, or you can produce solar and sell it back to the Department of Water and Power for a profit.
Well, it's important because I want to learn. Honestly, I don't have a lot of information becoming solar and to help the planet. I just want to educate myself so I can also educate my community. So that's the reason that I'm here, so I can get more information.
So what we're really doing is we're bringing clean energy to Pacoima, which helps the entire city reduce our carbon use, and also is profitable for the people who own the buildings, where they can be part of producing clean energy and producing it for the rest of the city for their use.
We're going from green and clean ways of transportation to learning about how waste is treated. LA's Sanitation and Environment held their last open house to give people a closer look at their different functions and programs. Check it out.
Today we have the LA Sanitation's open house here at West LA Yard. This is the last of 6 open houses that we've had throughout the city, and it's an opportunity for us to engage with our residents and show the programs we have throughout the Bureau of Sanitation. We have 26 different departments within sanitation, and most of them will be here today to show what their function is. From the trash collection, which is organics, recycling, and municipal trash, to the treatment plant operations, there's laboratory technicians, there's other departments here today too, like animal regulations, that are engaging with us in this open house.
Our team is here today providing kitchen countertop pails to LA residents. This is for our new Organics LA program, where we are expanding the material collected in the green bin to now include food waste, along with the yard waste that they've already recycled for many years.
This is a great opportunity for us to meet with the public, to show what our programs are, but also to answer questions, because not everybody understands exactly what to do with each of these programs, how to dispose of their materials. So this is our opportunity to say, this is what you do, this is how you do it, and then also have that one-on-one with our customers. It's an awesome opportunity.
We see the trucks every week. She's super excited to see them. We hear the beeps, a slam. We're going to go on a little ride. The kids obviously love it, so giving them an opportunity to see the trucks up close and play and see that they're like accessible and doing good for the community is awesome.
LA San has their own website, or if you ever have questions or needs, you can call 311 or use the My 311 LA app.
We all love discovering so-called hidden gems in every city. In Los Angeles, there are many places that hold incredible historical value that the public needs to learn about. The African American Historic Places LA initiative celebrates and preserves African American heritage in our city. Take a look.
Today is the kickoff event for African American Historic Places Los Angeles, which is a new partnership between our LA City Planning Office of Historic Resources and the Getty Conservation Institute to identify, protect, and celebrate African American heritage in the city of Los Angeles.
This is all about celebrating and highlighting African American places in Los Angeles. So the community that we've invited out, we call them community connectors. They'll be connecting with one another. There will be listening sessions where the community can come in and record their stories about places that matter to them. We also have food, barbecue, we'll have dessert, and it'll be just a time of sharing. And then hopefully this event will spur them to spread the word about the project and help us to gain more stories about places, hidden places that are hidden to us, but that are also important to community.
Today, we are at a remarkable historic site in the community, St. Elmo Village, which has been an African-American cultural center for over 5 decades, really a center of art and community and political activism. One of the reasons this project is so important is that only 4% today of our more than 1,280 city landmarks, our historic cultural monuments, are associated with African American heritage in Los Angeles. And so we've done a lot of work through a previous partnership with the Getty, but we want to be more intentional in making sure that we are fully capturing the stories of all of our communities, and especially African American history, through our public engagement on this project.
The 2023 Los Angeles homeless count results are released. Water and power shutoffs during extreme weather are suspended, and a grant is awarded for a new Chinese American memorial. These stories up next on City Beat.
The Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, LAHSA, released their results from the 2023 Greater LA Homeless Count. The count was conducted January 24th through the 26th. The city of LA saw a 10% increase in homelessness, estimated to be 46,260 individuals, and LA County saw a 9% increase, estimated at 75,518. During the press conference, LAHSA cited UC San Francisco's Benioff Homelessness and Housing Initiative report that unaffordable rent is the main cause creating homelessness in California. The city and county of LA are on track to create approximately 8,200 affordable homes this year, but leaders recognize the need for more housing at the event. To read the full LA homeless count results, visit LAHSA.org. The Los Angeles Department of Water and Power's Board of Commissioners has approved a motion suspending water and power shutoffs during extreme weather. The newly approved policy extends LADWP's commitment to the protection of health and safety of all their customers, particularly vulnerable residents. With this new policy, LADWP will not shut off a customer's water or power if they are delinquent on their bill when an extreme weather notice is issued. The approval of this motion further strengthens LADWP's Cool LA initiative, which is designed to help customers better manage the impacts of extreme weather. For more information on Cool LA, go to ladwp.com/cool-LA. The City of Los Angeles Department of Cultural Affairs was awarded a $3.6 million grant from the Mellon Foundation as part of the Monuments Project. The funds will support the construction of a memorial for the victims of the 1871 Chinese massacre in LA adjacent to the Chinese American Museum in the downtown area. The Mellon Foundation aims to support public projects that more accurately represent the complexity of American stories. The team of visual artists Zi Tsung, Nicholas Leong, and writer Judy Choi Hua Chung were selected to design a grove of tree-like sculptures at the site. For more information, check out culturela.org.
We continue focusing on ways to take care of our city's resources. For this next story, we visited the Chatsworth Nature Preserve, a historical site home to about 200 different species of birds. For their open house, they welcomed everyone to walk this Native American land and learn about its wildlife.
Exciting to be gathered for this belated Earth Day at Chatsworth Nature Preserve. Usually it's held in April, but we had so much rain this year that we moved it to June. But it happens to come right at the end of a big pollinator week, which is perfect because we're launching this pollinator garden right here at the reserve.
I think it's very important that we come together every year to recognize our Native American ancestry and heritage of this land, and also to introduce all these families to this incredible piece of property, the only nature preserve in the city of Los Angeles.
LADWP is committed to sustainability and to being responsible stewards of this land, to really preserving the habitat for wildlife and nature here. But for our community, it's part of our health and well-being to have access to nature. So we think it's really important to open up the reserve and have people come and explore the incredible wildlife in this place, which is really a magical place to be.
It's land that's not just important to the city of LA, but also the Native American tribes that once inhabited this area. It's an opportunity for all of us to pause, take a moment, and realize the impacts to this earth, and making sure we make the right decisions on a daily basis so that we can improve Earth and make sure that it's around for generations to come.
After graduating high school, choosing a career path as a young adult can be a daunting task. To help guide and inform Angelinos, the LA Youth Development Department is holding their first ever Youth Expo. At this event, attendees will learn about community resources, job opportunities, and all the support programs available.
The LA Youth Expo is the first ever citywide resource fair that will provide information about programs and services our city has to offer young people during the summer months while they're on vacation. For all of the young people out there that are looking for a job right now, they will find literally thousands of job opportunities that the city has to offer at the Expo. We have on-the-job hiring, and we hope that young people will actually walk away with a job that day. They'll also find out about resources that have to do with access to mental health services, assistance with education if maybe they're just graduated from high school and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do next. We'll have a number of colleges out there. They will also have access to information about educational resources, as well as fun things to do through our Department of Recreation and Parks, through our libraries, and dozens of community-based organizations that have fun activities all summer long. We want all people to come out. Parents, guardians, aunts, uncles, neighbors, and especially young people, those that are between the ages of 14 and 25 who are looking for academic assistance or for a job this summer. But there's really something there for everyone. For young people who are a little hesitant about coming out to a big expo event, I would encourage them to follow us on social media. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at LA City Youth. All the programs and services that the city has to offer are promoted on a daily basis via our social media. We'd just love for everybody to come on out and check it out. It's going to be fun.
With lines of classic cars and motorcycles to admire, the Cars and Stripes Forever annual event at the Port of Los Angeles gathered fans wanting to see these works of art up close. Food trucks and live music were the icing on the cake of an event that brought the community together to kick off summer.
Today is our Cars and Stripes Forever. We host this event annually. It's kind of our kickoff to summer.
Came out here to enjoy the nice summer afternoon, the music, the cars, try some of the food trucks and have a good time.
I was actually on my way to a job in San Diego, but saw that this was going on and wanted to stop and see what's up.
I like the cars. The cars are just beautiful. I mean, the time and the effort that they take to make these beautiful machines, I mean, they're just gorgeous.
Southern California has always been great for the classic car community, and there's no shortage of it here.
Any kind of event that brings the community together, there's a possibility for you to meet some of your neighbors, make new connections, reconnect with some people, and just to become part of the city, and that's the value of this kind of event.
It's just good to get out and see each other and just have fun, you know, and just, hi neighbor, how are you? It's good to see you. And then about this beautiful backdrop, you know, you can't go wrong. It's all happiness.
Every time I come to Petro, it's always a great experience. So if anybody's ever looking for a quick trip to Southern California, I always suggest San Pedro.
Next year we'll be back, so look for it, come out, enjoy, you won't be disappointed.
If you want to stay up to date with events happening at the Port of LA, visit the community tab at portoflosangeles.org. To celebrate the 4th of July in the San Fernando Valley, Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez took a more modern approach. With the second annual drone light show at Hansen Dam, what would have been a loud firework display was instead a much quieter but visually majestic show of historic images like raising the flag in Iwo Jima. Check it out.
So this is our second annual celebration of independence.
And in lieu of pyrotechnics, which has been a traditional way of celebrating the 4th of July, we've introduced drones.
We're here to see the entertainment, the drones, any dancing that's going on, the food, of course. We want some funnel cakes, and so we're very excited to try all the food.
Visiting the website, I saw some things from last year that made me very excited to see it today. This is a great environment with the food and the music, and you don't necessarily find watching fireworks.
You know, you can throw a party and you hope that everyone shows up, but when I look at the size of the crowd, it feels like the whole San Fernando Valley is in the house tonight.
This year's theme is We Are One Los Angeles, and it's about how we come together as a community and continue to persevere and help make Los Angeles better. Fireworks present a tremendous environmental impact, and drones are a wonderful alternative because they don't have the air pollution impacts, they mitigate the fire risk, but more importantly, traditional pyrotechnics are also loud, and they affect our household pets, they affect seniors, and our veterans with PTSD. So I wanted to start introducing something different without that trauma and without the impact to the environment. I'm happy to see that the community has responded, and we're actually now starting to see that trend take hold.
In this week's feature story, we visit City Hall, where Mayor Bass, Council President Paul Krikorian, and other city leaders gathered to celebrate the legacy of Tom Bradley. As the first African-American mayor of Los Angeles, his contribution to our city and his lasting impression were honored in this 50th anniversary celebration. Let's hear this story.
Well, we are here on top of City Hall in the Tom Bradley Room for a really festive celebration today of the legacy of Mayor Tom Bradley.
50 years ago, that Mayor Tom Bradley was elected in a historic election in Los Angeles, where he overcame the odds of people wondering whether or not an African-American be mayor of Los Angeles.
And I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of mayor. The duties of the office of mayor. So help me God.
And the coalition politics that he was so known for is something that I certainly watched and emulated and became a basic part of my values.
I was so lucky I started interning for him and serving in his mayor youth council when I was just 19 years old, and ended up being able to work for him for 10 years, and really was pivotal and foundational time in my life and working for an incredible mayor, Tom Bradley.
The one thing he was always famous for was listening and talking to people to find out what was going on and what people needed. He made the final decision, but he got a lot of input, and we're not doing a lot of that in this day and age. We're not listening, and we're sure not talking kindly to each other. We need more civility.
While we look back at Bradley and his legacy, we also look forward and think, how can we do more to have that kind of Los Angeles again?
I'm honored to be here today. I want to thank our council president for putting on this event. And every time I go to LAX and pass the Bradley terminal, it reminds me of what a transformative mayor he was.
He had compassion and empathy. He took risks, and he believed in the people and the good in people in Los Angeles. And so I think he had a legacy of hard work ethic and bringing Los Angeles together.
Every time we go somewhere, I hear a Tom Bradley story. It's fantastic. It just warms our hearts because we know how much he was loved, because he really loved this city and the people in it.
Attend the 42nd Lotus Festival in Echo Park. Participate in fun activities at the Summer Night Lights program, or learn about sharks at the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium's Shark Week. All this up next on Things to Do.
Get ready, Angelenos. The famous dragon boat races are back. Echo Park Lake hosts the 42nd Lotus Festival honoring the people and culture of Indonesia. Experience the marvels of Indonesian culture at this free 2-day festival. There will be entertainment for everyone, including the Lights of Dreams lantern launch and the day's highlight, the dragon boat races. The Lotus Festival will include areas with handcrafted artwork, food, and a children's section. The 42nd Lotus Festival takes place Saturday, July 15th and Sunday, July 16th, starting at noon at Echo Park Lake. Free parking and shuttles will be provided. For more info and to view the full schedule, check out laparks.org/Lotus Festival. Mayor Karen Bass and the LA Department of Rec and Parks invite young Angelenos to the annual Summer Night Lights program. At 44 locations across Los Angeles, SNL helps build trust by offering positive alternatives in communities while school is out. The program has been a summer staple throughout LA since 2008. Summer Night Lights provides free meals, extended programming, and sports leagues to keep kids active. At all its locations around LA, SNL is a safe space for recreation, community engagement, and even provides employment opportunities and links to local resources. This public-private partnership is supported by the LAPD as well as several city departments, professional sports teams, and nonprofits. Summer Night Lights happens across 44 locations in Los Angeles, Wednesday through Saturdays through August 12th. August 18th to 25th, events will be on Fridays and Saturdays. Events go from 7 to 11 p.m. For more information, log on to lagryd.org. The LA Department of Rec and Parks invites you to get chummy with the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium for Shark Week. Sink your teeth into shark facts and awesome activities all week that honor one of the ocean's most feared predators. Learn about their important role in California's ecosystem, the animals they prey on, and other fascinating shark facts. During the week-long events, get up close with kelp forests, rocky shores, mud flats, open oceans, and the sandy beaches of California. In the outdoor touch tank, you can even meet swell sharks. Shark Week kicks off Friday, July 14th, and runs through Friday, July 21st. For the full schedule, log on to CabrilloMarineAquarium.org. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's it for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacitywiew.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.